Wait, you got to see the attitude cat. Here we go. There we go. Got this at the thrift store because that's the best place to shop, because there's enough household housewares and clothing on the planet already to clothe us for like 5 or 6 years. So there's no point in buying brand new anymore, really. We'll let the plane take off. I hope somebody's going somewhere fun to be taken off on a Saturday. Of course, it is a holiday weekend here in the States. So if anybody that watches me is traveling, please be safe. And if you're going to drink, don't drive. So I thought I'd do another early morning out on the porch. I was going to show you my American beautyberry bush, but when I tried to point the camera over there, it doesn't show up very well. So I'll do a short on the American beautyberry bush. Morning, Pam. And my zinnias are just going to town out there. And the boys are out here with me, Howard and Tippy, which are my cats, 2 of my cats. I just fed the outdoor brood, and yeah. And not. Greg is off with his girlfriend for the weekend camping. Hi, Angie. Just you and Pam so far. And so he said he'll be back on Monday, and I'm taking care of my brother-in-law's cats at his house, and I go over there at dusk because he's got a little stray he's feeding and trying to tame. And I saw the little stray he likes and is feeding when we first got there, but then when I took the food out, I scared this little gray cat to half to death. I mean, it was taking off and creating dust. So I'm going to let him know he's got another cat that's coming. And you can probably see the zinnias if I flip it. Little zinnia bed there. Oh, there you go. And that's where I can sit in my hobby space and I look out and I see the butterflies all over that little bed of zinnias. It had tomatoes in it, but something ate the tomatoes. I never got any tomatoes off from it. I had never used regular straw as a mulch, and I'm kind of thinking it created an environment for bugs that ate my tomatoes all up. But I will try again next year for some tomatoes. I do want to expand the garden. I used to, let me turn you guys. You might be able to see the American beautyberry bush too. It's over there. See the little purple berries? But where my wagon and the scaffolding is in the doghouse, I had a garden the width of the garage and this way about 30 feet. And it was all raised beds. And when we thought we were going to be moving to the upstate, I took it all out and turned it back into lawn. And I do miss my garden. But then we got to thinking it gets so hot in that area that we would start a new garden down here in this lower flat area between the 2 sheds. There's a shed there to the right, and then down around the corner there's another shed, the garden shed. The little shed is just kind of a catch-all right now, but we're going to redo it and get it so it's, weather solid and closed so we can use it for storage. What I keep thinking is we just have too much stuff and we need to just get rid of a bunch of stuff, and then, it wouldn't be a problem. We wouldn't need the sheds really, except for gardening. There goes that bullfrog. You can see Tippy there, but I don't think you'll see any butterflies on them this morning, but you never know. The butterflies usually show up when the sun is shining. I need to go out and cut a bouquet of zinnias for myself. So does anybody else have any plans for the weekend? We're going to be working on the front 2 rooms, the dining room and living room. Scott started painting on the repaired wall last night. And we're going to see how far we get. He wants the finish to be really nice. So he's said 2 or 3 layers of the paint, but with sanding in between so that all the paint has the same sheen to it. It's got a lot of bad paint jobs that happened before we lived here, and he's trying to fix the walls from that. Oh, I think that's a woodpecker. I'd put Merlin on and see what birds are about, but I can't do both because I'm on the phone right now. No plans for the weekend. Oh, Callie's come out, so all the kitties are out here with me. Let's put live chat on. Well, that's what we're doing, Angie, is working on the room. Yes, we love the Merlin app ourselves. Oh, I hear Bernadette's caller. She must be in her. It's a little cool this morning. Let's see, the thermometer behind me says about 63 degrees, which is really nice. I like this temperature between 63 and 74. That's like perfect weather. What, Howard? I wasn't talking about you. That was his who, me? Yeah? Who, me? No, we're not talking about Howard. We are now because you said who, me? Bernadette's taking her after potty wake up time in her doghouse. She's in there sleeping. She has her own routine. That's interesting. I just noticed on my phone I have a thing off to the side. It says top fans. Oh, Howard's making an appearance. They don't want to see your bottom. Oh, I lost the chat. Let me bring it back. 57 and cloudy here. Yeah, it's a little overcast here. Honey, they don't want to see your bottom. You're going to be setting up at... No. Let's see. Oh, you're going to sell on Jacqueline's channel. Okay. I go over to her spot every once in a while. Hi, Howard. I'll come in here so you guys can see. It's a double stack over there. And Howard. Get them all in the shot. There we go. This is where they come in the mornings. They have a little porch time each day, don't you, Howard? But I was watching the Irish homestead. They're putting their kitchen into their old cottage, and that was very interesting to see how cabinetry is attached to stone walls. That was pretty interesting. Plastered stone walls. There's really quite a involved process with finishing walls in a stone house. Sorry, Howard's shaking the table. He's in my face now, aren't you? This one, he'll steal your coffee if you're not careful. Here. See, he's in my face. Let me move you guys back. All right, down in front, down in front. Oh, you can see the heart that's in his eye there. It's just an airplane. Just an airplane. It's okay. They don't want to see your bottom. No. You cannot stop knocking my coffee. I don't have a lap right now, honey. Sorry. Sit down. It's just an airplane. It's okay. You worry too much. You worry too much. So Greg's gone to North Carolina to go camping, and I hope they don't get any rain or anything. And I said, well, do y'all have bear spray? Because you'll be in the mountains. There's black bears up there. Oh, Rachel probably has some. Because Rachel, his girlfriend, she's used to camping all the time. And Greg's just getting into it. We never really camped when he was little. So, you know, he's not used to it. But he did go to Boy Scouts for a couple years. So he knows how to camp. He just, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a minute. They can't see how crazy you get over coffee. Oh, I can't move it. He's just sitting here. Here he is. Hi. Yeah, you're rotten. I know you want my coffee, but coffee is bad for animals. Very bad. In cats, it can give them a heart attack. So I'm not doing that. There goes the bullfrog again. So the chat keeps going away. So what is everybody else doing? I see Angie's doing yo-yos. You like to camp in your own tent? Yep. Yep, we're on the catio. Listening to the birds. Let me flip you around. My old dilapidated shed. I'm not sure what that bird is that's doing that. It's just so funny to sit out here and hear bullfrogs. Well, I hope they sell really well over on Jacqueline's, and I bet they will. You're going to list some things on your e-shop? That sounds like a plan. I'm still really proud of Fabric Mart for how their customer service was so great about that fabric. In fact, the fabric came in. I'll share that later because I want to pull the pattern I plan to use and do a, you know, kind of a, I'm not going to do like a step-by-step sew along, but I'm going to show you my plans. That's it. And then show you what I want to sew up for myself. I need to sew up a couple things for myself in between the dresses. So it'll be like the routine of sewing the same little dresses and then have a project for myself somewhere in the middle there. We had a family tent and then we decided to get rid of it because Scott and I have gotten to over 60 age and we're not too keen on laying on the ground anymore, even with an air mattress. So I do kind of like, I was watching Rachel and her husband Stan on his new channel called Stan in the Van, and they have like a camper van. And I was thinking if we had just a van we could put an air mattress or a mattress in the back of to just travel in, we could probably do that. But as far as laying on the ground, I think we're past that. And then we could use the van, you know, for like antiquing and stuff. Just take the mattress out when we're going to do that. Oh, it disappeared before I saw. Angie said something about old hankies. Hang on. I had some old hankies that I have cut up to make yo-yos with. Okay, cool. I have so many scraps from the project, Dress a Girl project, that I'm thinking about doing like grab bags. If anybody would pay the postage, I would send you a grab bag of fabric. But I need to put them together before I offer them up because I'm going to have to see how many I have and all of that. There's the, there's the kids over there. Let's see. But it's just a lazy morning out here on the porch. Don't really have much to talk about. Don't think I made this subscriber only chat, so we could have some new folks popping into chat, but we'll see. But everybody said how much they enjoyed just the chitter chatter out here on the porch. So I said, well, I'll go do that while I'm waiting on Scott to wake up. He's been getting some good sleep since his pain relievers finally arrived. We were having our doubts about mail order prescriptions there for a while. Well, they're not really mail, they come by UPS, but still. It's taking a bit to get things moved around. I'm looking forward to getting the front rooms finished so I can like put things back in rooms that they belong in, out of rooms they don't belong in. And looking over at my neighbor's roof, and it looks like they've got some damage on the top. I wonder if they know about that. I'll have to get my binoculars, see if I can see, and let them know that I spotted that from down here. Of course, they'll know it if it starts raining and it leaks. But it'd be nicer if they were notified before then. I did order some 10-inch squares, and I was not impressed at all. I don't know what I'm going to use those fabrics for, but they were real thin, and it said they were cotton, but it's real slick. So I don't think they are truthful in their descriptions on fabric. So I'm probably never going to order fabric from Amazon again. Hi Melanie, hi Mary. But we're just hanging out here listening to the birds chit-chatting and waiting on the day to get started. I can look in the neighbor's yard and they've got tent caterpillars in that tree in the front, and a plastic bag has landed up in the limbs during a storm. That plastic, it's awful. It just gets everywhere. Yeah, Howard's leaning against me because he wants to get my coffee. So I figured you. Oh, is somebody coming? Is it one of the stray cats coming? They're both on alert, like, hey, who's that? Oh, somebody must be coming this way. What is it, kids? Did somebody hear Mom's voice and coming in the yard? Something's over there that they can hear. Is it a squirrel? Oh, Bernadette's finally caught scent of me. She can't hear or see, but she's making her way over here. Hi, Bernie. Whoops, running into the wall. She'll come stick her nose up here. Watch. Oh, boom. No, don't you get in my coffee. Hi, Bernie. What you doing? Can't let you in right now. The kitties don't need to know that that door opens. Oh, Howard's going to say, hey, dog. Is that your dog? Is that your dog? Bernie. He wants to get to you. He said, I love you, Bernie. You going to act crazy for Bernadette? You love her? Aw, he loves his dog. He's a nutter. I can't get over those two. They've always liked each other ever since they were first introduced. When she goes out in the mornings, a lot of times he will climb into her dog crate at where she slept all night, and he takes a A dog nap, I tell him. He's taking a dog nap. Is that your dog? Uh-oh, I hope it's latched. Now be nice. Don't get ugly. She'll leave you. Okay, Melanie. I'm just out here. Yeah. Oh, watermelon from your garden. The black-eyed Susan that Greg's girlfriend gave me is petering out for the year. And the zinnias are still pretty here and there. And then all this stuff is stuff I've either rescued from ditches or had starts that I started that need to be put in somewhere. I got to get put somewhere. But then my little zinnia bed that has where the tomatoes were, that has been such a joy. Oh, and that's who they saw cutting through. I kind of figured it was one of the black cats. Birds sure are greeting the day. There's one of the Juanita's last kittens, the all black male. The other males just do not like him, and they beat him up so bad all the time. I wish I could get them all fixed all at once, but I'm going to try to start working my way through the strays and get them all spayed and neutered. There's only one female in the bunch, and unfortunately, she's pregnant right now. So I'm going to have to try to tame kittens and find homes for them. And then I need to get her fixed. Mary wants to know what Pam is putting in her shop this time. Pam puts mostly buttons, but she has other things. I've bought some really pretty fabric napkins from Pam. Oh, and I was offered a video from another gal that she likes to go antiquing with her husband, and she just recently did a video that she lost her husband. I was sitting here bawling for her. He went for his daily walk and collapsed on his walk. And I just can't imagine. I don't want to imagine, I guess. Bye, Angie. But I went back and watched some of their previous videos, and they had as much fun as Scott and I do when we go antiquing. And then I saw another short of this lady talking about the old pink church antiques. It was an old church. They painted it pink, and it was like 3 layers of antiques, 3 floors. And so she was saying that it's closing, and she said it was in North Carolina. So I looked up where it is, and it's like a 3-hour and 4-minute drive for me. It's up near the Outer Banks. So yeah, it would be more than a day trip for us. It would be one of those where we drove and spent the night and then did the antique and then drove home. So and that's why I keep an old piece of tree up here. And they come out and dig and dig and dig. Here's Tippy. Take care, Angie. Yeah, it'd be a nice, like a weekend trip. I'm good for about 3 to 4 hours max drive these days. And that's with stopping like every hour or less, because something about sitting puts my legs completely asleep. If I try to push to a full hour or more of driving straight, then when I go to get out of the car, it's like, ooh, yes, stop for potty breaks and, snack breaks, any reason to stop along the way. Another antique store, a thrift store. That looks like a good place to stop, we'll say. On our anniversary trip, though, we decided that from now on, instead of stopping like at convenience stores or Dollar Generals even, for like a light lunch or a snack or something. We'll just find the local grocery store, and if they have a deli, some of those delis, those lunches at the delis and the grocery store are a whole lot cheaper than buying at fast food, and you can get healthier food that way. Hi, Lala. Oh, and yeah, that's why when we went on our trip to Tennessee for our anniversary, we did all back roads. The only problem with the all back roads is there's very few places to stop to go to the bathroom. And most of the little stores, it'll say no public restrooms. So, like that thrift store, they had bathrooms, but they wouldn't let anybody use them. So, I did a lot of happy dances, trying to trying to wait until we came across someplace. It was interesting. It was a very interesting and fun trip. And the fact that we learned that the car would say, looks like you need to take a break when I was driving, because, I hadn't really driven the brand new car all that much. So on this trip, I knew Scott was going to get tired of driving. So I said, well, this will be my opportunity to get some drive time on the new car. But I was not used to it, and I kept going over the middle lane because we were off looking, or I would slow down or speed up more than the car liked. And then finally it just said, it's time for you to take a break. Scott says, that's the first time it's ever done that. So we stopped and switched drivers is what we did. But I think the section of road that we were on was like a mountain road coming down through, and there was like this creek that seemed to be following it down, and there was people in them in waders fly fishing, and I just kept looking at them, and I would go off, and the road would, the little things on the side of the road that go brrr, that would go off, and then the car would just do the thing like, get back in line, get back between the lines. It would just blink the screen. So I'd get back in line, and I'm like, it's no fun driving when there's so much to look at. Scott's like, well, we can switch for a while. But he was really enjoying getting to, just be the passenger and look at the things on the side of the road. And you see some fun, crazy things. Signs people put in their yard. Don't worry about the dog, beware the owner. And it had a big old gun on it. And it's like, oh my God, y'all grow up. Yeah. That almost sounds like baby birds. It's the wrong time of year for baby birds. Looks like we've got a shingle lifted on the garage. I'll have to show that to Scott. It's probably where the cats jump from the fence up onto the garage roof to get away from each other. The chat keeps going away. That's the bad part about doing this on your phone. The chat just goes away. I need to fill bird feeders really bad, because we could be watching all kinds of birds as they migrate. I'm sure the Old Mill Antique Mall for Labor Day will be doing a sale this weekend with, like 50% or more off in the booths. And it depends on whose booth you're in. Yeah, the catio was the best thing we've done for the cats, because, these were indoor-outdoor cats in Greenville, and here they just can't be. There's too many loose cats as it is. And I didn't want them to get run over or anything, because people will just run over your cat here. I worry about the outdoor kitties sometimes, but they usually don't go too far. Yeah, then you have to open it and go to live chat, and it's a pain in the neck. It's just like, just leave it up there. But I understand it probably uses a lot of, power. That's a blue jay. You wish Buddy had an outside room? This used to have screen in it, but after the previous cats and dog tore the screen. Scott was like, oh, let's not put screen again. And then I saw where you could use this garden fence, run vertically instead of horizontally up the risers, and it fits perfectly between the posts. Oh, Buddy loves the feral cats. There goes that blue jay. He's like, fill the feeder already. No, okay, wait a minute. Those are woodpeckers. I don't know if I can get... Hang on. Sorry, hold tight. Oh, they just flew off. They were on top of that pole over there. I think there's one still up there. He's on the back side of that. Oh my goodness. Chippy's zen. Yeah, there's actually several of them up there. There's still two up there. I wonder if they had a nest in the top of that pole. That wouldn't be a good pole because it's got a power pig on it with main breakers. We have a power pig behind our house too. Now I swear that's ducks. I think the people that have chickens also have ducks back there. Here's my zinnias. Yeah. And I told the gals in Craft and Chat yesterday, for the ones that were there, that I took my mother-in-law for her hair appointment, and she let me know that her neighbor, one of her neighbors next to her, had passed away. He either was getting ready to go somewhere or had come home and just sat down in his chair because he had his keys in his lap and passed away. And they found him Wednesday. And so she was letting me know that she would like to go to the funeral. So I keep looking to see when the information, pops up. But he was in his 80s, and his wife had passed years ago. And he was a really sweet guy, really nice guy. And my mother-in-law said their son, who's my age, is coming in, will be in this weekend from wherever he lives. And yeah, yesterday was a little stressful. My mother-in-law it's getting harder and harder for her to get around, but she's not at a point where she'll let us use a wheelchair yet. And life for me would be so much easier if she'd just let me scooty pooter around in a wheelchair instead of her struggling so to walk. But she's fighting for her independence, and I'm proud of her for that. It's just, oh my goodness, it's so hard to listen to her struggle. Rooster, anybody? Yep. You just never know. And I think I would rather just go quick like that, like just coming in from doing something, than to like waste away in a hospital. I don't think I'd want to waste away in a hospital like that. Drag it on, so I don't know. There's two woodpeckers still up on that power pole. I think they're flickers. I've got to fill bird feeders. That's got to be something I do today. Fill the suet and the bird feeders back up. I've been putting it off, but it's cool enough now. I need to start feeding them. Mockingbirds chasing after each other over there. There's a lot of birds out this morning. Well, I've been on for 35 minutes, so I guess I'm going to tell you all to have a great day. And I'm gonna go see if I can get Scott mobilized by cooking some bacon. Oh, bless him. It's hard when they're so young and in hospice. Yeah, 49. That's so young. Up. Hey, Vicky. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.